Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL Steve hobby vlog. In this vlog I'm just going to be looking at what I've been cracking on with this week. First off, I'd like to say thanks for the response to my first hobby vlog. Again, you know, the amount of support we get in this community is amazing, and it just spurs us all on to keep going and getting the comments and things, and you know, getting conversations started. It makes it all worthwhile. So we'll keep that up, and I'll try to interact as much as I can. Kind of, you know, look for ideas within the community as to what I can do in upcoming hobby vlogs maybe, and things I can try, conversions I can do, etc. But moving on to what is on the hobby desk. The first things that I've done, I've actually decided last minute that I'm going to be going to the Filthy Orcs' tournament, which is 1,000 point of basically filth. The sort of the rules are it's 1,000 points, and you can only have I think it's 250 to 300 points worth of named heroes. Everything else has to be unnamed and troop types, etc. So it was a bit fiddly getting a list for that, trying to get 1,000 points of a complete army that I had painted. So I've kind of just threw something together, and it is pretty horrible, I will admit. Whether it will work well together and there's any sort of combos that will work, that remains to be seen. But looking at it on paper, it's not a very nice force to play against, but it'll be fun. So for that, I will be bringing Goblin Town with the Goblin King, who's one of my named heroes, 3 captains, 4 war bands of numerous amounts of goblins, 2 Moria Shamans. I already had one which I converted, which some of you may have seen at tournaments before, so that he's in the theme of Goblin Town. I needed another, so I had to make another, and I quickly just sort of threw this together. Quick conversion, a very quick, get it on camera, very quick paint job. He'll do a job. He looks totally different now to other Goblin Town goblins, so he'll stand out, and I've put him on a wooden base so he stands out as well. I do all that with all my Goblin Town heroes. The captains and named characters as such are on the wooden bases, and then all my standard goblins are just on like sand with dry brush bases, just so it's easier for the opponent, because I wouldn't want that situation to arise where I say, oh, he's going to heroic combat or he's going to heroic strike, and my opponent not realise that that was, you know, a hero who could do that. It would be quite unfair, because they all do look very similar, so that's the reason I do that. Another part of the force is I will be taking an unnamed Wraith on a Fell Beast. So I didn't actually have any unnamed Wraiths painted up. I've got a lot of the named Wraiths painted up, and I could have just brought one of them and said, oh, it's an unnamed, but I thought, no, it's a good opportunity to get some paint on some Wraiths. So yeah, so I've done these guys. It's one of my favourite poses of the original 9. Don't know how well that's showing up because it's quite a dark paint job, but I'm fairly happy with it. It's very subtle shading. There's not much to it, and then a couple of washes. When you look at it, you won't realise how much effort actually went into it. But I'm happy with how it turned out. Again, it will do a job. And then the dude for the Fell Beast. I've already got a couple of Fell Beasts painted up. Not to a great standard, but they're painted up. I wouldn't have had enough time to paint a Fell Beast this week. And then to go along with my second Shaman in the force, I have 4 giant spiders, and these are based and painted in various colours. Put some stones on some bases and painted them up. Fairly straightforward. Didn't take long. I think probably all 4, start to finish, basing, painting, probably took me about an hour and a half. So again, not a lot of time's gone into it, but they're the kind of model that is quite deceiving, because I think that they look quite good with a dry brush and, you know, a few washes. They come out very well, and they're nice models. Got a few of them guys, just never got around to paint them up. I've never played Moria, so I've never had to paint them. So going to these tournaments now is giving me a good excuse to get things painted up, which is good. So yeah, on from that, I've done a bit more work on the Alfred in a dress. That's coming along, but a bit of work to do on textures and finishing off blendings and things like that. But that's not too bad. And then a bit of bulking out on this dude. Oop. As you can see, the pose has changed because the original guy that I was going to attempt to sculpt, somebody, I won't say who because it'll probably give it away who it's going to be, but I was speaking to someone and they asked me would I be able to sculpt a certain somebody, and I thought, you know what, that's a really good idea. I've not seen anyone do it yet, so I'm going to give it a go. So that's the beginnings. That's just bulking out the framework for now. And then most recently is the Lake Town stuff. This is an army I've had since the minis were released, and just never ever got around to painting them. Painted some of the Lake Town survivors, and I've used them on a couple of tournaments, but allied them in with Mirkwood just to make up the points. So these, I've got 2 warbands to paint up. I've just made a start on these, so I think what I tend to do is I tend to put things off. If I make a start, I will finish them. So I had an afternoon off today and painted one up on the test scheme up, like so, and was fairly happy with how it came out. Pretty basic. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. So I've just started painting all his buddies up, so I'll get them finished and then I'll start on the next batch. I think 3 batches like that and I should be done, pretty much, for Lake Town. And that is that for this week. That's everything that's on my my bench. There is a couple of other things, a couple of terrain pieces, commissions that I'm doing, but there's nothing really to show there as of yet. It's just the basics are done. So yeah, so that's it. That's my hobby vlog for this week. I'm going to try to get a hobby vlog each week. Obviously some weeks are going to be more impressive than others, depending how busy I am at work, etc. But I'll try my best, even if it's 2-3 minute video just showing what's on the bench or what I've put together. I'll try my best, and yeah, let's keep chatting and interacting, and I'll try and get some stuff done that you request. Which will be cool. There's a lot of stuff I want to get done before the new releases. So I've got Gundabad's to do, I've got the Lake Town to finish, and I've also got some Mirkwood to do. So yeah, so keep an eye out for that. So hopefully I'll see you next week, guys. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's it. So comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your hosts in the links below. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Happy Strategy Battle Gaming. And support your Hobbit hobby. I nearly forgot again. Support your Hobbit hobby. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.